Hey everybody, this is Oki MGTOW reporting in from an extra bedroom in my house and the countryside. It's starting to get really green. It's very nice. Gonna have to go out and do some mowing today, just around different parts of the property. And but I enjoyed my breakfast that I cooked myself, far better than any woman has cooked me. And trying to enjoy my coffee. Um, and I was, there's so many good MGTOW content creators that I really want to shout out everybody in the whole community. You can put in MGTOW, that five letter acronym, in the search, and of course, just like any controversial subject, all the BS is at the top. Okay, you have to get down to find the gold. You have to drill down to find the gold, and really do some research, and really watch some videos from guys like myself who actually know what they're talking about. They're on your side. They're not trying to charge you any money for any classes. We're not here doing this for money. We're just doing this because we love ourselves, and we love other men in a brotherly fashion, and we're here to support and build ourselves and other men, because men need to protect themselves, men need to help each other, and men need male spaces without women. Not because that's sexist, but because men need to, uh, you know, converse with each other, and have their own male friends and all that stuff. That leads to a healthy life for a man instead of being isolated with a female. Which, of course, is one of the strategies of women, is to isolate you away from your friends so that she can manipulate and control you emotionally, physically, using sex to alter your brain chemistry, all that stuff. So just remember that. The old man of the family needs time with his friends, and needs times away from his family to do his hobbies, even if he works full time and provides for the family, or else that man is not going to be as mentally and emotionally healthy as he would otherwise be. And so that little bit of housekeeping there and some thoughts brings us to the introduction of our video here. Thank God there's a lot of saturation in the MGTOW video market. So many men are just coming up with such great information, just analyzing articles, all this stuff, and really showing everyone, the world for what it is, and not just the dating marketplace and the sexual and relationship marketplace, but really what's going on with the world today. And the more we wake up and fight back, not just, I'm not talking about physically, protesting on the streets, but through an information war where we can get the word out, get the truth out, and whoever has ears to listen and eyes to see will be ready for the truth. So now some actual MGTOW ideas. So I wanted to talk about hypergamy and dating apps, female delusion, all this stuff. And that ties into, in today's society, we basically treat women as children. I mean, not legally, but emotionally and mentally. Women don't have to actually grow up, quote unquote, until they run out of all their dating options. And even then, most women don't wake up. They just expect that, hey, a man will show up to take on, my student loan debt that I haven't paid off, my, card debt, the amount of money it takes to finish raising the kids that I had with someone else, and those men that will do that are not the kind of men that these women want, because they're simps. They're low value men. They're not strong enough mentally, physically, and emotionally to be the patriarch of a household. And so with hypergamy, what hypergamy is that women always want to date up, whether it's looks, money, status, any whatever combination of those things. And we see this all the time on dating apps, and you can tell the frustration in my voice. It's just a big merry-go-round. Just go round and round and round, all the stupidity, and just all the delusion, all the narcissism, all these, cluster B personality disorders that just rear their ugly head, which I believe now through experience and listening to the wisdom of other men, because wisdom is the collected experience and knowledge of a culture. And so listening to the wisdom of other men is just to me, I think now this is just part of female nature, how they're raised as kids. I think these cluster B personality disorder traits like bipolar disorder, borderline personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, histrionic personality disorder, these are just kind of ingrained in how women are raised. And so because women are raised like this, they always, even a low value woman who has screwed up her life through getting divorced, becoming a single mom, whatever, still thinks she's a high value woman, and the media helps this through, Hollywood, rom-coms, since, for a long time, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, it's or probably even past that, before that too. I would not doubt at all. But, in the past, for women always just had to be. Men do. Women play a supportive role, or at least used to. And men always were the producers and the protectors of the family and the economy as well. And so, women were given everything from birth, in terms of looks. All she really has to do is, learn how, and you say, this is oppressive, this is misogynist, this is all these things that women now see as negative, but are really what men need from women, and really what men want from women, which is youth, fertility, virtue, femininity. We don't need a woman to work outside the home because she always wants to find a man who makes more than her anyway. So there's no purpose to her working outside the home. Excuse me. All that does is that turns off her feminine features, and she learns how to be more masculine so she can handle being in the workforce. She's okay with slaving away for a middle manager, but she's not okay with loving and nurturing and taking care of a household, raising a family, where she'll actually be loved, supported, cared for. In corporate America, they use you, you use them. There is no love lost, there is no love gain. It's just a business transaction. And whereas in the household, a mother and a wife will actually be loved and cared about. Her kids will love her, and her husband will love her, as long as she plays her role as well. She can't just, and that's why, and today, women are not being raised with this idea that, hey, you actually have to put in the work. Women are now being, raised with so much entitlement that they believe that they can just sit on their ass and do nothing. And you'll think this is misogynistic, patriarchal, oppressive talk. You're oppressing women. Ha, ha, ha. But really, this is the truth. Women now believe that they can just sit on their ass and just be, and they should just be worshipped to high heaven for what? And so we look at this as a rational and logical situation instead of, buying into the false Disney fairy tale. Then realize that, hey, if she doesn't do any work at home like she signed up to do, what is the point of having her in the home? She's just dragging you down and dragging the whole family down, with her. And so with hypergamy, She always wants to find the man with higher looks, money, and status, right? And so now, because women are working outside the home, it's becoming harder for them to do so because they have all their own money. And so now they are pissed off that they have to do down. There was this great, I think a CBS Good Morning, one of these local channel Good Morning news shows, and it was from fall 2019, where the female hosts talked about how women now have to date down because men are less economically attractive. But the thing is, men are less economically attractive because the whole education system is against men. The whole leftist progressive ideology is now destroying men to raise women up. Okay, I'm going to get more into this in the future as well. You can go a deep dive into this stuff. And so the male co-hosts were, still, blue pill married guys, which is fine. You can do whatever you want with your life. It's your choice. But they were smart enough to realize and understand quickly that men have always had to date down, okay? But now women, and it was never a problem because it was always understood that a man, to be the head of a household, keep a family going financially, that he did have to make a lot of money. And so, that's why you see people that, with traditional families, that still today, the man makes a lot of money, 6 figures plus, because you need that kind of money if you just have one, a single breadwinner in the family, to have a decent life in a, upper class neighborhood, middle class neighborhood and whatnot today. And so, but when women never want to be the breadwinner, but they want all the perks of everything. So they want, all the entitlements, none of the responsibility. And so now women have to date down. And these hosts realized it. And so we'll go more into this next video.